Okay, good evening, everyone. Happy Friday. It is Led Zampolit. We're over here ready to take on the Japanese again with heavy fighting up the slot in order to outflank and take Guadalcanal. So this is episode 10, Operation Staghound. The intent of this operation is to basically pull garrisons from Santa Cruz Island, Rennell Island, and New Hebrides. Basically, I could reinforce Guadalcanal with about 3,200 men. So I'll be stripping these garrisons. Now, in order to do that, I've got to get these ships home. I've got a light surface action group already in place. And even though the Australia is damaged from a Japanese torpedo hit. As a matter of fact, we'll end up taking a look and see how bad her damage is. I'll probably use this light surface action force to just kind of hover around here and act as a reserve to jump on any Japanese forces that would be moving down the slot. You can see that Guadalcanal has been bombarded. It's got a level 0 airfield. USS Alabama Bombardment Group actually accomplished that about 2 game days ago. We had just landed in the last episode Seabees Battalion here on New George Island. And we have constructed an airfield, and we now have 4 active Wildcats that can patrol the slot. We're going to wait for more engineering and fuel to arrive in New Hebrides before we engage in our next operation after this, which is to build up New Georgia Island so we can start launching Avengers from there and just continue to dominate the airspace over the slot. This is New Georgia Sound. These Wildcats, they're fake. This is a game bug. The USS Hornet was sunk while its air group was airborne. They have no carrier to land on, so they're just stuck on here. See Guadalcanal smoking. We currently have 3,000 troops there and 1,600 supplies. So our boys are still fighting a guerrilla war, as far as I'm concerned. We've got this motley collection of ships that are now going to embark supplies and prepare for our next phase of the operation. So let's go ahead and set this group over here. And we'll keep this fleet kind of hovering over here. And we are going to get these guys the hell out of here. I do not want to lose any of my transports, because I think I am close enough to the Shortland Islands to take Val dive bombers. And so before we get bombed in our anchorages, they've unloaded their stuff. They need to get the hell out of here as soon as they can. Alright. Grouper, I'm happy with your dispositions. You guys are retiring. These fleets are moving in. Okay, alright, so let's go ahead and advance. It is now August 24th, 1942, 5:40 in the morning. 5:40 in the afternoon, actually. New Georgia's ready to launch aircraft. Let's pause. Let's go ahead and get these Wildcats patrolling the airspace. I believe... Okay. Those Wildcats aren't going to spot anything. It's evening now. Okay, all these ships are good to release and repair. That's what's left of the Hornet battle group. The Hornet. It's a sad day. You know, the 2 destroyers returning without their reward. You know, that was a fleet that lost the USS Hornet to a Japanese submarine attack. We are going to build up all new battle groups. I know I don't have to do that, but I like to do that. Okay. They're patrolling. They're retiring. Let's go ahead and build up new sea groups. Now, what I want to be able to do is take 1,000 infantry off of those islands. So what we're going to do is we're going to run a true Tokyo Express here. We're going to run 2 of them. And then these 2 fleets, we're going to attempt a very difficult operational maneuver. I just came up with it, so we're going to see if it's going to be a bad idea. But, so what we're going to do is we're going to create two squadrons of destroyers, right? We're going to name this Staghound 1, Staghound Alpha. I know it's not a proper task force name, but to hell with it. Now, I wish for you to load up (1,000) infantry. All right? No. I don't want to do it from here. Change my mind. Because I need to haul supplies up there anyways. So these will be tasked. This group, Staghound Alpha, will be tasked with heading towards Renel Island. And you will pick up 1,000 infantry from there and drop them off at Guadalcanal. Got it? That's your orders. Now we're going to create a second battle group, Staghound 2. Sure, we'll give them porters. Man, I got plenty of command points. And the Japanese, you know, their order of battle is gutted. We got 4 Porter-class destroyers. This is Staghound. Staghound Bravo. Staghound Bravo, you are ordered to Santa Cruz Island, where you will embark 1,000 infantry and you will land them in Guadalcanal without delay. Next battle group will be consisting of the Mugford, the Patterson, the Sampson, the Jewett, and I wish for you to embark. Where is it? Infantry and a shit ton of supplies. We're gonna feed our boys well on that island. Okay? This is Staghound Charlie. Okay. This one we are gonna load up with cargo. In which case, she will embark 1,250 men. This transport will embark 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. I mean, I'm committed to Guadalcanal. I mean, I'm counting on this campaign giving me more infantry as time goes on. I'll keep running them up to Guadalcanal until we take it. Okay, So, this is Staghound Charlie. And they are going to embark, or set sail for Guadalcanal immediately. Lastly, we got 149 points. I'm going to keep this cruiser force in reserve, but I don't know, I've got the points. So let's go ahead and let's set up a cruiser support force consisting of I can't get a Baltimore. Makes sense. I get myself a Wichita, or the Wichita. So this battle group will consist of Wichita class cruiser, and God, I mean, they could afford to do these menus better. Let's go with, let's see, 9 days for the New Orleans to repair. Tuscaloosa needs 6 more days. We're going with the USS Astoria, the San Francisco, and the Quincy. And a force of 4 destroyers. So this is a major operation. It's actually bigger than I thought it would be before I started this, but you know, this support group, I just can't rely on it because it does have a damaged cruiser in it, and I'm keeping them out at sea. Well, son of a bitch, did I not create that? Not bad. Alright, let's do that again. Alright, I wish for the Astoria, the San Francisco, and the Quincy, as well as the USS Wichita, and then 4 destroyers of the Gleaves class. Alright, looking good. So, Staghound Delta, 124 points. I got enough. Now, one thing I got to do are these formations. So let's put the Gleaves in front. San Francisco, Quincy. Let's put you guys here. And that's fine. 2 destroyers up front, 2 destroyers in back. Keep them line ahead. Staghound Delta done. Set course. 23 hours. We'll be there in 1 day. Okay, so let's cycle through these right quick. Satisfied with your dispositions? Let's do circular formation. 8, 7, 5, 2, swap, 1, 6. Okay, I'm good with that. And these guys, they're all destroyers, so they're good in line abreast. Alright, so we are ready to go, executing Operation Staghound beginning August 24th, 1942. Major reinforcement of Guadalcanal now underway. As this previous operation terminates, Japanese submarine spotted. Wildcat spotted it. And I'll tell you what, let's avoid that sub. Now, one thing I could do that would be really gamey is that these wildcats are technically out of fuel. I could just spawn in on them and you know, strafe that Japanese sub with planes that should have ran out of fuel days ago. But I'm not going to do that. Okay, keep proceeding. But hey, at least I got the intelligence that there's an enemy submarine here. Okay, here goes my ships fanning out. It's a good opportunity to crack open a delicious snake handler here. Get again from Good People Brewery in Birmingham, Alabama. Living in Huntsville, we got a lot of great beers here, but I don't know, I just like Good People. It's one of my favorite brands to drink. Staghound Delta is encountered something. Where are you? Now, Staghound Delta is my cruiser squadron. We're in line ahead formation, and we're about to get, I think we're about to get shit on by a Japanese sub here. Okay, keep an eye out, boys. Pause as soon as you see the damn torpedo. And go ahead and set the retreat button. The annoying thing, let's go ahead and bang your sonars. Pause. Enemy torpedo sighted. Okay, I wish for you. I don't want to have happen what happened to my Australian cruiser squadron, which is, I think it was Australia got torpedoed by a Japanese sub. So I've got to micromanage this. So I wish. Let's see. That's it. Is what, 300 degrees? Okay, this is one thing that they don't tell you in this game that they need to improve on. I need to know the degrees, the true heading of what the hell this is. I wish I gave actual plotting tools. So that's about 300 degrees. So yeah, I wish I had a protractor like most other naval games with a minimap. Wish for you to turn 300 degrees. Turn 300 degrees. Turn to 300 degrees, I should say. What you want to do is turn into the torpedo. And press play. Let's see what happens. In the meantime, traveling at 24 knots, and I want to start banging away with the sonar. We will reduce speed as soon as we have evaded this torpedo attack. Okay, hold on, pause. You're turning too much. I'm just gonna turn these last two ships here. Okay, here we go. What are you doing? Level out. Turn. Where's this other ship? Okay, you are good. You just keep going straight and you will probably avoid those torpedoes. As for you, wish for you to reduce speed to 1 knot. That son of a bitch is somewhere over there, so rudders amidships. Make turns for 10 knots. Bang away with your sonar. Okay, you are in danger. You need to hurry your ass up. Everyone else has successfully avoided this torpedo. Okay, this is going to be close. Right full rudder. Okay, very good. Center rudder, reduce speed to 8 knots, and bang away with your sonars. Make turns for 8 knots. There he is. Enemy sighted, move into attack. Enemy sighted, move into attack. What are we dealing with here? Another Japanese float plane slub. Can't remember what they are. I-16 class, something like that. Lost contact with it. There you are. Turn. Right full rudder. Prepare to drop a spread. One spread of 3 at let's do 4 at 5-second intervals. Rudders and midships. Can't time compress. You still have a target? Yes, he still has target number 1. So we got both these destroyers moving in to prosecute this target. I did. You did a great job, baby. Where is it? I'm getting pretty close to it. There he is. Come left 20 degrees. I know this is a little bit gamey, but I have to micromanage the damn ASW attacks to get any decent results. Alright, here we go. Making our depth charge run. Let's see, what have you got? Give him a full spread, 5-second burst. Center rudder. Nope. Right full rudder. Right full rudder. Right full rudder. Right full rudder. No, left full rudder. Shit. Drop him. Slow down, slow down. Make revolutions for 8 knots. 6 knots. There we go, that's a good hit. Right full rudder. Oh, those are bursting all over that sub. Come on now. Target is diving. Now, he's probably losing buoyancy. We'll know if he's sinking, if he, come about, right full rudder. We should see him blow emergency ballast here in a second. Yep. So, enemy sub is blowing ballast and will attempt to rise to the surface. In which case we may get into a gunfight. Come I'm about. Right full rudder. Let's go. See, Plunkett ain't doing shit. That's why I gotta direct all this, because the AI is not the sharpest knife in the drawer when it comes to prosecuting submarine contacts in this game. The enemy is slowly rising, so we're gonna give it another. We're gonna give it another run, depth charge run. You know what? Nope, enemy is sunk. Broke her back. Great job, boys. Scratch one Jap sub, 3,600 tons. Woohoo! Alright, let's keep this going. There's got to be another Jap sub out there, or, oh, we're almost here to Santa Cruz Island, so, whoops. Accidentally zoomed into that world there. What I wanted to do was set a course. And he's still got a ways to go. So, alright, here we go. Alright, pause. Alright, round up every cook, every grease monkey, get the board, get the fuck aboard this ship. You're going to Guadalcanal. Oh, shit, really? Oh, God, we gotta go to Guadalcanal? That sucks. Damn right. Pack your gear, get your shit together. Yup, 1,000 of you. Alright, so, Staghound Bravo. Loaded. Right? Did I get it right? It's hard to tell in this game. 250, 250, 250, 250. Alright. Begin your move to Guadalcanal. Right now, there's no intelligence as to how much enemy infantry is on these islands. You never really know. But, I mean, any one of these two places can become the decisive battle zone if they end up building up an airfield there. So, I mean, it makes me think, is it worth fighting over Guadalcanal if you could just pick up one of these islands and build up a base? There's no restrictions on how you can build up the base. But, you know, I'm playing this from a historical perspective. I don't want to get too gamey about things. And while I've been talking, the enemy just took Russell Island. So anyways, let's pause. Hang on, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Look, while I've been talking, Staghound Delta has already arrived off Guadalcanal. Well, I've also been yapping my mouth. These guys can go ahead and pick up their infantry. Weigh anchor and head to Guadalcanal. Staghound Bravo. Staghound Charlie. So that is a question I do wonder. I mean, in reality, we would be fighting over Guadalcanal, but this campaign does not distinguish these islands. I mean, I can build up whatever island I can want to, and actually, if I had known about that, I probably wouldn't be dumping all my infantry in Guadalcanal. But in truth, Tulagi you were never able to build up an airbase on Tulagi. I mean, the most you could do there, and the Japanese built a seaplane base at Tulagi, which the game here calls Florida Islands. And I think we landed, a Marine battalion there. Took it simultaneously. We took Guadalcanal. But in this campaign, it says I can take Florida Islands, I could take Tulagi and build as big of an airfield as I want to. So, I don't know, if you're watching on YouTube, can you send me a comment? I would like to know what you think. That, should I play this historically and try to take Guadalcanal? Or should I game the system? Which, in fact, I don't know, I always say I like to make my own fog of war in these games. I'm going to play this historically. I'm going to fight for Guadalcanal. I'm going to assume I cannot build up Florida Island or Maliata as air bases until such time as I see the Japanese build air bases on them. Then I will fuck up those bases. But in the meantime, I'm going to fight for Guadalcanal. So right now, intelligence doesn't indicate that these bases have been built up, in which case I'll be using this fleet to bombard the enemy base. Hang on, why is my support group down here? I never gave it orders to come down here. The only orders I remember giving to my support group was to linger over here north of Renell Island. I don't know what the heck's been going on. I don't know. Maybe too much beer or something, but... what I do want to find out, though, is which cruiser is damaged, and I will detach that cruiser from this squadron. Hobart, Australia is the one that's been struck by torpedoes. So you can see here, she's flooded out. So I wish for Australia, I don't know, maybe them being down here is a blessing in disguise, because I do wish to release, let's see, split. Australia will now return. And you know what? I don't think this battle group has ammunition anyways. Do they? Let's take a look. Hell, they're fully loaded. They've never been engaged. So this is my Australian-led battle group. This is a county-class cruiser, I believe. The USS HMAS Canberra, escorted by American destroyers. So you can see that the British built very fine lines for their light cruisers. They are beautiful-looking ships. All right, so they are laden with ammunition, so they can redeploy back to the front, so to speak, in which case I want them in a reserve. And tell you what, we believe the coast is clear here, and I should have done this a long time ago, but I'm trying to get a lot more fun out of this game by not being such a total prude about micromanagement. You know, So let's go ahead and launch these aircraft. And I can't launch them at nighttime. See, I'd like to have Kingfishers airborne. I will be here shortly. So hang on. Let's go ahead and send these guys over here. I think the coast is clear. We got Staghound Bravo moving really fast and are just about to drop off their infantry. Alright, pause the battle. Pause. Pause. Hang on. So, in case you didn't see that, when you attempt to push pause, sometimes the game keeps on going. So that's another bug. That kind of explains how things got really cattywampus there really quickly. Okay, Staghound Delta has, which is my cruiser group, surface action group, is just going to patrol these waters. This Yankee Express, Staghound Bravo, is now going to disembark as infantry. So we can see Guadalcanal has 2,680 men. And now has 3,680. And now I wish for you to make a run around this channel. And I don't know, just get some intelligence, see what's going on up here. See what's going on, see if there's any Japanese transports operating in this area. Grouper, let's go ahead and start getting you in a search pattern too. I expect the enemy to be a little bit more active now that he's got bases around here. 2 new bases just within the past few days. Staghound Delta has this is my cruiser surface action group, has a contact at 6:55 in the morning. So let's see what we got going on. I don't like this formation that they're in. But we can leave this battle. Okay. Alright. Let's accelerate this. We got an enemy battle group here. 2 light cruisers, 2 destroyers. I wish for you to set a direct course and intercept that Japanese squadron. In the meantime, I've got 4 destroyers up against 2 light cruisers, 2 destroyers. So let's get into some actual destroyer action. All my battle groups have consisted of cruisers. This will be the first one that involves strictly destroyers. And the game crashed. It's been acting odd. Alright, so stand by. I could fix these crashes pretty quick. Alright. Load. Autosave. What the hell happened to his course? Man, you talk about some bugs here. Hey, little boy. Alright. I wish for you to set a course for Guadalcanal and interdict this light Japanese force. Staghound Charlie, you got 7 hours to hit Guadalcanal. Staghound Alpha will be at Guadalcanal within 2 hours. It will be dark, so that's good. In the meantime, let's jump right into this battle. Winslow, Moffat, Dougal, Balch. Disposition of the enemy is at 310 degrees to the northwest. Let us form line abreast. See how well the AI, friendly AI, handles this arrangement. You want to hang out with me while I stream? No? Okay. I'll be done with this in about 20 minutes and we can play a game together, son. One of the coolest games that I've played with my son is Roblox. There's a D-Day game on Roblox, and that is, what is this? Star shells. They're firing star shells at me? That's cool. It is, 7 in the evening? But anyways, there's a D-Day game that if you have 2 computers in your household, even if one is really old, you could set up a Discord server and play Roblox across your house. And I do this with my son. I play the D-Day game. And it's pretty cool. You know, you have your saving Private Ryan, you know, dog sector beach moments in that game, except it's all Lego looking, because that's what Roblox is. Alright, we got shells landing. USS Winslow, you are at the head of this formation. Wish for you to charge directly at the enemy. And let's get a look at the range of my torpedoes. Now, you tell me, guys, if I'm getting victory disease here, but Mark 15 torpedoes with a range of 14,000 yards. Or Mark 15s. I don't know if the Mark 15s are any more reliable than the Mark 14s, which are the submarine-based torpedoes, which are horrible. Target, 9,000 yards. You know what? You boys ain't gonna get a better chance than this. Go ahead and open fire. Target light cruiser. I mean, our intention is to do a hit and run with my destroyers. And go ahead and fire star shells. See if that improves anything. It is 7 in the evening. So you can see my destroyers just over the horizon. We are at 9,000 yards. I thought I did just fire star shells. But I now wish... Okay, yeah, there they are. And they're firing star shells at me right now, too. It's 7 in the evening, it's dusk. I don't know if this is truly helping with things, but, you know, I mean, look at that. Isn't that awesome? Look at those star shells. I wish it was fully dark so we could see the star shells. And the one thing I wish they modeled in this game is the spotlights, because, you know, when these ships got into close engagements, you know, they would light up all their spotlights on each other and just go at it, you know, at really ridiculously close ranges, you know, 1,500 yards, point blanks. I mean, hell yeah, I mean, 1,500 yards is point blank for a, you know, 5-inch gun. So you can see the star shells bursting all around. My destroyers, I wish for my destroyers, I think 28 knots is good. We're getting pretty close. The enemy is splitting his fleet up. They're going all kinds of cattywampus. But, I don't know. I'm just trying to show a little aggression against the enemy. We've got a moral ascendancy over him. They're straddling the, who is this? McDougal? The Winslow, USS Winslow. USS Winslow just took a hit right on the bow. Alright. Let's pause. I wish for this ship or this formation to line up on the... Okay. Let's back up. USS McDougal. Wish for you to become the new destroyer leader with the Winslow, with the Winslow, the Moffett, and the Balch. Form up, line ahead, on the McDougal. And it should say the Winslow. Winslow's in formation with the McDougal. The Moffett is in formation with the Winslow. Okay. So as clunky as the formation functions of this game are, I think it just worked. So right now I shifted the formation leader to the McDougal. They will now execute a turn to port. So McDougal, I wish for you to execute a turn, to starboard 90 degrees. And prepare to fire torpedoes. Now, torpedoes in this game are fucked up. I mean, they're really fucked up. I have ordered these things to fire at targets. They will turn their torpedo tubes the other opposite direction and fire them at your own ships. But, maybe there was a patch in the dead of night that had fix that egregious fault in the game, but we're gonna give it a college try here. So let's get this show going. Japanese fleet is breaking apart. You can see destroyer, 2 light cruisers here. You got your firing solution, 62%. I wish for you to fire a full spread. Let's spread that out. I want it spread at 10%. These boys are taking hits. Winslow just took a direct hit. Open fire, torpedoes. All right, so here they go. Here they go. Have you fired? And they refuse to fire. Rudders and midships. Okay, this ain't working out. This is bugged out. This is seriously bugged out. I have ordered you to fire at target number 2, range 2,500 yards. And you're sitting on your ass, not doing anything. Now, my torpedo tubes have turned, but there's been no shots into the water. In the meantime, what about you? What can you do? Can you fire? Fire at your target. There he goes. Look, he's firing his torpedoes. He's doing his fucking job. Good job, Captain. This is a brave captain. His boat is... yeah, Winslow's taking fire. Now, what about you? Can you please fire your torpedoes? Left full rudder. Fire. There they go. Rudders amidships. Winslow. I'm going to manually do this shit. Look at that. My own torpedo spread almost hit. Rudders amidships. Prepare to open fire full spread. 10 degrees. Open fire. Ouch. Took a direct hit. Is not good. Look, and there it is. It fired off in the wrong fucking direction. I'm gonna lose this destroyer squadron. Look, he's under fire too. Those are Japanese torpedoes. So they got hit by Jap torpedoes. I don't know. Whoever you got targeted, fire your torpedoes. Fire, fire, fire. And look, see? Bugged out! It fires torpedoes in the wrong direction. They have got to fix that bug. That is horrible. Target number 2. Open fire. I'm losing this destroyer squadron. This is my first major defeat in this game. Or in this campaign, rather. All my destroyers are burning. This light cruiser is burning pretty good. Alright, so we're pounding the hell out of this light cruiser, but let's go ahead and exit out of this engagement. I got 270 seconds. I'm going to lose probably 3 destroyers out of this engagement. This has been a defeat handed to me by the Japanese Imperial Japanese Navy. So, I'll grab another beer and toast to them. Un momento, por favor. Be right back. So when you retreat a battle, your ships cease fire. So both Japanese light cruisers are wounded. I mean, he's taking a couple lickings. Now, one mistake I made also is I did not give this. There was no evening air cover from Renel Island. I should have flushed a squadron of Avengers to provide air cover. Not only that, but I did not also launch Kingfisher airplanes. So, my fault. But look at, this game requires a lot of micromanagement. I mean, you need to be able to set your own search patterns with automated flights of your float planes. I mean, that should be that needs to be modeled in this game. Same to be said for carriers. You need to be able to launch mixed air groups. The other thing I don't like is the fact that I could be gamey. I could take an uncontested island like Tulagi and build that up into a level 5 base, and what the hell would be the reason of fighting over Guadalcanal, So I hope they kind of fix all that. I want them to close the loopholes out that would make make it tempting to game the loopholes, so to speak. Alright, so I've lost 2 destroyers. Moffett and the McDougal are now sunk. So this has been a disastrous naval battle. It's going to be splashed all over the newspapers tomorrow. And, I don't know, one of our worthy admirals will get sacked. And we'll find a new guy that won't screw up so bad. And decide to launch his torpedoes away from the enemy instead of towards them. Alright, Winslow is the only one left. The other egregious bug they gotta fix in this game is a greedy time compression. So you can see I've lost the Balch, the Moffett, McDougal, all in bad shape. Ugh, he's dead in the water. Please let me leave this. 4 destroyers sunk in this disaster, naval disaster. Here, watch this. Scuttle the ship. There. I just learned how to do that. Just scuttle my own ship. Alright, so we lost 4 destroyers at this engagement. Serious loss for the U.S. Navy. Now, we have intelligence, obviously, because we just lost a fleet. Set a course. In 2 hours, we will probably be engaged in a night engagement with the Japanese fleet with Staghound Delta, which is my major surface action group in this whole ordeal. It's also night. I may still be able to run these guys in here, in which case they will be there in 2 hours. And you will be here in 7 hours. So it'll be about 2 in the morning when they arrive. Okay, so it'll be night. Visibility should be poor for the Japanese. And besides, within 2 hours, most of my forces will be converging on this location. At dawn, I'll be flushing Avenger dive bombers from Renell Island and Wildcats from New Georgia. So here we go. What is that? That is non-float plane aircraft. It is 7 in the morning. Wait a minute. It's not a. This isn't going to be a night engagement. This is at dawn. I got confused. All right. I wish for you to launch your dive bombers, and then New George Island. I wish for you to flush your Wildcats and see if you can intercept this. Let's see what happens here. Grouper has to get resolved. That's fine. Dive. Wow, she dived quickly. Can I end this? Yes. Pause. Enemy aircraft sighted. Potential bombers. Holy shit. We could be dealing with enemy bombers here attacking my cruiser group. It is now 7 in the morning. These Wildcats, I wish for you to intercept these Val dive bombers on their way back. You've got 174 miles of fuel. You should be able to get there. Avenger Squadron, I wish for you to launch a search pattern up towards Savo Island and towards Russell Island. So my cruiser group may be under threat. Under attack from Japanese bombers. That is a bit of a concern because they're going to go after my cruisers. So where are they? Won't let me time compress. Pause. Shit. Val dive bombers. Pause. Turn into them. I wish for all ships. Turn towards the enemy immediately. Okay, you can see our flak. Japanese bombers inbound. They're taking heavy flak. Taking 40mm shells, 20mm shells by this point. So these Val dive bombers are flying from Shortland Islands. As I said, I was concerned that the enemy may have dive bomber capability, and we're taking a toll on them. Come on. There we go. 2 of them shot down before they were able to hit us. Turn north. Hang on. Did they all get shot down? They did. Excellent. All right, we shot down all the dive bombers, and we do have Japanese float plane observing us. So what I did was I turned all my cruisers to the north. I wanted to give them as narrow of a target as possible from the direction that they were coming from. Alright, so we're taking him under fire. But we can go ahead and, yeah, we need to go ahead and hit retreat here. Can't time compress. Again, big beef with the game. We can't time compress even though we're firing at a lowly float plane. So again, this is Led Zamplet. I'm probably going to be streaming tomorrow morning. I'm going to be doing Flying Circus, which is a flight simulator. It's actually an expansion module. And I got to chat here for a minute, for 2 minutes, because this game ain't going to let me get out of this battle. So you're going to hear me be basically self-promotional here, but I will be streaming tomorrow morning about 10 o'clock Central. There's a major, I believe there's going to be a major air battle on Flying Circus, which is a IL-2 Sturmovik. It's a flight simulator. I do it. I do it on VR. Basically, I fly a virtual reality World War I airplane. It's hardcore, and it looks like we can now exit out of this battle because we just shot down this Japanese. See him crashing there. So anyways, there's going to be a major air battle, and I'm going to stream that, excuse me, beginning about 10 o'clock in the morning. I'll be flying with Yasta 5, for which I'm a recruit right now. It's a, gosh, I think it's been around since 2005. It's a pretty old flight simulation flying clan. It's been around since Red Baron 3D days. So, great group of guys, very helpful. Have learned me how to fly World War I airplanes in a very hardcore simulated way. I mean, you got to do fuel mixture, radiator management. It's a very hardcore flight sim, and to do it in VR is just an incomparable flight experience, or gaming experience, excuse me. So anyways, if you miss it, it will be one of the curated videos I've got on YouTube. I also do a lot more videos on Facebook Gaming Live than I actually do on YouTube. So if you have a Facebook account, you can like me on Facebook. I do some other stuff like Rising Storm Vietnam, Ultimate General, a lot of other games besides just War on the Sea. Though I hope to be streaming a lot more here on YouTube. Alright, so we can now exit this battle, thank God. Alright. Enemy fleet operating southeast of Savo Island. 2 light cruisers, 2 destroyers. Staghound Delta being my surface action group. En route. It is now 8 in the morning. Here we go. We're doing this at time 60. There it is. Japanese fleet spotted. My Avengers have made contact, so they're going to go ahead and make a torpedo run on this fleet. And we got a game crash. So let's exit out of this, get right back in. Take just a second. Okay. It is now August 26th, 8 in the morning. Okay, my Avengers are currently operating southeast of Savo Island, northwest of Lunga Point, where Henderson Field is. Or used to be, because I bombarded the piss out of it earlier this week. Enemy fleet spotted. Avenger Squadron, I wish for you to get into an ideal position to be the enemy is already taking evasive action. Avenger Flight 2. Wish for you to form up. Line abreast. Target cruiser number 2. Begin your attack. Avenger 3. Form up. Line abreast. I wish for you to target light cruiser number 1. Begin your attack. Alright. So here we go, beginning our attack on these Japanese light cruisers. There's Savo Island right there. My destroyers in the last surface action was destroyed somewhere over here in Linga Point. And that was about, 15-20 minutes ago. I want revenge. And after these Avengers are done with this fleet, I've got my surface action group. They'll be moving in to crush the enemy. Hey, little boy. You ready to play with your daddy? Okay. When we finish up this battle, and you and I will play. Alright. So later on this evening, I may have to revisit this. This will probably be my last action of the evening. I want to hang out with my son. Ironically, we may play more computer together. We may do this Roblox D-Day game together again. Alright, so here we go. The enemy is still making turns, so they're doing pretty good at avoiding an attack. Give the AI that. So you can see my torpedo bombers inbound. Torpedoes away. You can see the torpedoes drop. There they go. I think they're going to fall behind. They got my boys smoking. Did they drop their torpedoes? Yes, they did. Alright, get the hell out of here, guys. Those are gonna hit. Come on, those are gonna hit. 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 Yes! And a dud. What about you? They avoided all torpedoes except one. So we got one torpedo hit. Not too bad. Not too bad. You know, what more can you expect? I mean, you look at the records, and the historical records are rife with the ineffectual torpedo attacks. I'm satisfied if I get one hit. This is a long game. This isn't a short game. You got to be patient with this game to get results out of it, despite its many flaws. Leaving in 35 seconds. If I don't get back to this game tonight, I'll probably be streaming Squad on Facebook Live. I've got an old game crew that I could be playing on what I think is one of the best tactical milsims in the PC gaming market, which is Squad. This Japanese cruiser is listing, and we can now leave this engagement. Now, I'm going to be leaving for the sake of hanging out and playing games and whatnot with my son tonight, but when I get back on this evening, or tomorrow afternoon, whichever comes first, Operation Staghound continues. We have landed 1,000 additional infantry on Guadalcanal. We have 1,000 more with Staghound Alpha. And our slower support group that's laden with transports, filled with supplies, and 1,000 more infantry will be landing on Guadalcanal. And we're going to keep fighting for it. If the enemy begins building up airfields here, I will finally invade those islands, but I do not want to be gamey and invade these islands and build up giant airfields and not fight for Guadalcanal. So, and then I got this surface action group that's moving in. So, anyways, Operation Staghound will continue in the next episode. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you very much. I would love for you to like me on YouTube, follow me on YouTube, follow me on Facebook Live. Love for you to see more of my videos. Love playing these games. If you see me having fun and you think you're going to have fun, that's how I do game reviews. So anyways, have a great night. Talk with you soon.